Hey brick fans, welcome to Brick Bakery, where all our jokes are half baked and most our bricks are medium rare. Hey everybody, and welcome to this live stream on Friday the 1st of March 2019. It is 10 o'clock in the evening here in Denmark, and that means our live stream is just about to start. Today we are building the 185. I believe this one is called the Mining Power Splitter. And it's one of these mining vehicles that's, I think, maybe the replacement for the generic construction vehicles that we usually see in Lego City. And this yellow theme is also the replacement for the green mining theme that we saw earlier. So yes, I've really been looking forward to building this one because I think this one should go in my city as a construction vehicle while it is under construction. And let's see who are here. We have Julian's Brick City. Welcome, my friend. And Blockage UK is here as well. Welcome, both of you. And I see there are other people watching, but I can't see their names. Don't be shy. Please say hello if you will. And yeah, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend and maybe a wonderful Friday too. So yeah, what is everybody doing? Are you doing something great, or are you hanging around just doing nothing? Maybe you're building some Lego. Let's have a look at the back here. See a little bit of action going on. There's an illustration of how the splitter works. You can sort of dig into this stone here, and there's a guy finding gold and a spider too. I believe this is a glow-in-the-dark spider, which is the glow-in-the-dark piece or prop of this year, or this period at least. Yeah, and I have my trusty soapy water for the stickers. I am sure there will be stickers, and this time I remember them. Remember the water, which is great, so I don't have to run off all of a sudden, which has sort of come my modus operandi, as it were. But yeah, without further ado, I'll just mention this guy's face print is very reminiscent of the face print of my Sigfig, and that's quite interesting. Yeah, well, let's just dig into this. Let's see what's going on in the chat. And Block UK says, I'm catching up with processing my Sigfig daily photos. It's been a busy week. And Julian's Brick City says, I'm eating strawberries. Strawberries this time of year? That sounds a bit odd. They wouldn't be available in Denmark, that's for sure. Some strawberries aren't available until, I don't know what month that is. May, June maybe? I don't know, but at least they're not available now. So I'm guessing you're not in Denmark. But I hope you're enjoying them. And those photos sound great, Cass. I really like seeing your photos. Cass posts photos both on Instagram and on Twitter. And they are very good. She's a very accomplished photographer. So you should please head over there to the Twitters and have a look, see what she's doing. Because she does do great stuff, that's for sure. And here were the stickers. I see 5 of them. Now, I actually see these ones are cheating because they are actually 2 but only have 1 number. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. 7 stickers. It's not the worst set we've had yet, but it is more than we saw in the Parisian restaurant, which was the biggest build I've done here on my live streams. But here we go, pouring out the content of bag 1. I believe this is mostly the minifig. Yeah, hey Galagade, hello my friend, welcome. It's nice to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday, and that maybe you are going to have a wonderful weekend as well. I really hope you will have a wonderful weekend. Now I see that this guy's face print isn't 100% similar to my Sigfigs. I'll show you guys if I can right here. You can see that even though they have the same style of smirk, they are actually not the same. The miner guy does look a bit more, shall we say, determined. Yeah, let's say he's a little more determined than my Sigfig head face print. So yeah, but other than that, the smirk and the beard is quite similar, I'd say. So that's cool. That's very cool. Julius Briggs says, in Germany it's a bit early for strawberries too, but they are available. Wow, that's interesting. In Germany, I bet you're getting them from the southern part of Germany, if they are German strawberries, of course, because I imagine it's hotter down there. But in fact, I don't know. I really like these helmets here. These flat mining helmets are pretty cool. I always like these. And the only way I ever see them is either on Lego minifigures or in American movies. They are not used in Denmark. Denmark have the more sort of cap-shaped construction helmets with just a shade in the front and not all the way around. But this one is very, very cool. I like this, that is for sure. But let's get on with the build. Hello, original brick name. Welcome, 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 my friend. Hope you are having a wonderful Friday. And David Legolab too. Welcome, 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 my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Blogger UK says, I also have lots of photos to process from my mad day trip to Denmark on Tuesday to visit the Lego house. Yes, that's true, Cass. I saw and on your Twitter account that you visited the Lego house. There's some great pictures with a lot of sig figs actually standing around in the Lego house doing great stuff. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing all those because that looked like a lot of fun. I hope you had a great trip, and I am really looking forward to seeing the Lego house myself at some point. I am planning a small visit there this year. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I am trying to plan it so it'll be a double header, meaning that I'll both go to Legoland and to Lego House in the same weekend. You know, have a stay at the Lego Hotel. I've never ever stayed at the Lego Hotel, but I would love to do that because they have those Lego themed rooms, and those do look great. I have some friends who've stayed there regularly, and I'm always very, very, very envious of their photos they sent me from their trips there, because it does look very, very cozy, that's for sure. Now we are starting out by building a small piece of rock, the rock that contains the gold that's in here, the gold that the miners are digging for. I actually think that's pretty cool. I like that turn in Lego sets, the fact that they're actually giving us things to do with the thing that we are building. And now we are heading on to the first set of stickers in this set, and as usual I'll be using my soapy water. I'll just have a look at the chat. Hello, MRN Bricks. MRN Bricks says, hey, I'm about to leave work and noticed you were live. Just wanted to say hi. Good luck with the build. Hope everyone has a great weekend. And thank you, MRN Bricks. It's so great to see you, and very, very, very many thanks for dropping by, however shortly it was. I hope you have a safe trip home. And Insane Bricks are here too. Hello, my friend. And Incredible Brick Productions too. Hello, all of you. Great to see so many of you guys here. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Hey, Rennie the Space Guy. Good to see you. Pancake salad is a great idea, he says, and I can only agree. Now, Blockhead UK says, it was a fab visit, but as usual, the travel was immensely tedious. Yes, I can imagine, because getting to Billund isn't necessarily an easy thing when you're coming from abroad. For some reason, and I don't know which reason that is, there is an airport in Billund, but I don't know if they have international travel to everywhere. I would imagine that they do have travels for England though, but yeah. Anyway, I am trying to place these stickers, and as you guys know who are regular viewers of my channel, I always use the soapy water trick. I dab a bit of soapy water on the surface that I am about to apply a sticker to, because that allows me to move the sticker around ever so slightly after it's been placed, and that makes it a lot easier to actually get it on straight. And straight is a great thing when it comes to stickers, I think. Just you have to be careful, because at some point it will start to dry out and then it is going to stick. This wasn't necessarily the best I've done, but it's good enough, I think. So this is how we ended up with the first one. Let's see how we can do with the second one. Second one is coming right up to and like there is, oh, that's a little off actually. Oh, there's a small hair on my finger and something piece of grit. This one is actually harder than usual. Whoops, it's sliding around ever much more than they usually do. I was thinking if this particular piece is actually a little more slippery in itself than other pieces are. Don't know, maybe it's just me being a little less careful than I usually am, and that might be the problem. There, I think I got it. So yeah, I'll just check the chat quickly, see everything's going on. Day return just sort of under 50 quid from Stansted to Billund and 42 quid to park the car at the airport for less than 24 hours. So parking actually cost you an extra plane ticket almost. That's just insane. But it was a pretty easy trip with the plane, it seems. And hey, Tayshawn! Hello, my friend. Welcome. I hope you are having a wonderful Friday and that you are going to have a wonderful weekend too. We are building the 185, which is one of these mining things, and I was thinking using it as a construction vehicle in my city, because there aren't really any construction vehicles available at this time, or at least at the time when I bought this one, there wasn't really any available. However, the small digger thing, a bobcat thing, has come out since then, and I am definitely going to get that one. And here is the finished little rock. It has this breakaway panel here in front. It makes you makes it possible for you to play around with the mining digger thing, so you can break this open. That's pretty cool. I like this. That's very nice. So we are already moving on. This is the only thing I had left from bag 1, so we are already moving into bag 2. Don't lose anything. Don't lose anything. There we go. And so yeah, big news this week was probably Lego coming out with their financial report from last year, and it seems last year was a good year for Lego. They've had an increase in most their different key figures, and it's not like I'm going to turn this stream into a financial stream, but what is remarkable is that their revenue has gone up with 4%, their consumer sales has gone up with 3%, and their operating profit has gone up with 4% as well. That's, as far as I know, that's pretty impressive. Now, I'm not a man of finance. I don't possess any knowledge whatsoever in the area other than common sense, but it does seem to me that is pretty good. Now, what I found very interesting, I don't know if you guys actually watched the press conference that Lego held. I believe that Beyond the Brick actually has the whole conference available on their YouTube channel, so you can go there and check it out if you want to. I watched most of it very intently, and the rest of it sort of ran in the background while I was doing other stuff. And what I noticed was that when they mentioned, and that's also available on the infographic that's been released as well, that when they mentioned their most successful themes, only one was actually a licensed theme. So the most successful themes from Lego last year included Lego City, Ninjago, Technics, and I believe, and Lego Friends. And those are all in-house themes. Those are all in-house themes. The only theme that's in the top 5, don't know what the sequence is, but the only theme that's in the top 5 that's actually a licensed theme is Star Wars. And you might say, of course, it's Star Wars. Which theme could it be? But what I find very interesting about this is that if I were Lego, I would start thinking about how to what my plan was for licensed set in the future, because licensed themes in the future, because it does seem that their traditional, their in-house themes are doing better than the licensed theme. Now, I am not saying that they should stop selling those things at all, because they are probably making them a lot of money, those licensed themes, but it does seem that they can also make a lot of money based on their own themes. And yeah, that's very interesting, I think, because I think that puts the whole Lego thing into a bit of perspective, as it would seem that, and I'm just again, I don't have any financial insight. I'm not an economist of any kind. I don't have any knowledge at all. I'm just going off a thought or an idea. But to me, it does seem that ultimately Lego might be able to get by without licensed themes, and that's a good thing. Again, I'm not saying they should stop doing licensed themes. I'm just saying it could maybe that very well be that they are able to get by based on their own in-house themes, and if they are able to do that, that's a sign of a healthy company, I'd say. So yeah, so that's good news. I think that's very, very good news. Ready to Space Guy says, I know, right? If these licenses aren't selling as well as none, then why are they oversaturating the licenses? Yeah, and that's another point, actually. And Julian Brick City says, Technic and Friends, what WTF? The sets were bad last year. Yeah, and maybe that's kind of my point. I mean, I've heard other people say that Technic sets, the people were disappointed about some of the Technic sets, some of those the bigger sports cars, and I don't know, I don't collect Technics, so I wouldn't know, but I just heard people were disappointed in those Technic sets. So even in a bad year, if we say that those models that came out last year from those themes were bad, I wouldn't know. But if we take what Julian's Brick City is saying for granted, then even in a year where the models aren't great, they can still outperform the licensed themes. So that's just, I mean, that's basically what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that's just great news, because again, that's just a sign of a healthy company. A company that's able to survive on its own product is great. Is good. I mean, yeah, that would, in my book at least, that seems to be good. So I think whatever went wrong last year, it does seem that they've regained some of their initiative, or whatever you want to call it. Tayshawn Harris asks, Jacob, what are you doing, how are you doing in your city? I'm doing very well in my city, and I have different projects going on. I'm working on some mocks. There'll actually be a mock video out next week, Monday. There'll be a mock video on the cafe that you might have shortly seen in my last city update. And I'll show you guys how I did that and what it all ended up with being. So please check in on Monday where I'll be showing off a mock. That's for sure. Other than that, I'm building other mocks, of course. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to making the next city update, which I think will be up in about 2, maybe 3 weeks, something like that, for you guys to see. And yeah, it's not going quite as fast as I would have liked, but yeah, you know, I'm enjoying the pace anyhow. And Julian's Brick City says, I don't know all friend sets, but the card stuff didn't sell. And all right, yeah, that's true. I believe you're referring to the Friends go-kart sets, and again, I don't know anything about the specific figures from those those themes, but if you say so, I'll take your word for it that they probably didn't sell too well. Oh, I like this. This is a great detail. This reminds me a lot of the pothole patcher that I built some time ago, a couple of weeks ago here on my channel, with these sort of engine parts right here in the back like this. There's supposed to go 2 of these here in the back. That's pretty cool, I think. That is pretty cool. And Blocky UK says they sold at least 1 drifting diner to me, which I promptly mocked into something from my Ninjago district. Oh, that's good, Cass. I really like that. Yeah, that's how you do it. I mean, if there's a set out there that has pieces that you like, then go ahead, buy it. And if you don't like the set, then just mod it. That's for sure. That's a great idea. Great idea. So yeah. So yeah, and the other big news was from that conference was their expansion in China. It seems that they are very expansive in the Chinese market. They've built, is it 140 stores in China and in 30 different cities, and there's it's going to be the newest ones were 2 flagship stores in Beijing and Shanghai, and it's just crazy amount of shops. I mean, well, the Chinese market is a huge market with big opportunities. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense to go in there, and that might account for some of that positive growth they've seen over the last year or so. Now let's see here. Boom. Gallagher says, since I've found Adora Build, I've bought more Friends sets. I can see why, because Adora Build has a wonderful channel where she has a very unique focus on Friends sets and on Elf sets. Unfortunately, Elf sets has been discontinued as far as I know, but she is very much into Friends sets and are building a lot with those, both in mocks and in official sets. You made a wonderful hotel not too long ago, which you should definitely take out. So if you haven't checked out Adora Build, you should please go check her out, because she does do great stuff. Hello, Filmhulen. Filmhulen says, hope you've had a great first day of spring. Maybe you enjoyed a cold Fynsk 4. Not yet, my friend, but I will. That is for sure. A cold Fynsk 4 is a beer, a very light, very drinkable beer that is yeah, that's a Danish beer. That's what it is. So yeah. Tayshawn Harris asks, who watches Brick After Brick Toys? Yeah, that's a good channel too. They do. I believe she's called Vicky, the proprietor of the channel. Um, yeah. Yeah, it is a cool channel. She does a lot of great stuff. She's been doing a lot of interesting shout out videos over the last, I'd say, couple of months, and yeah, really enjoy those. Always enjoy when people sort of share the love, and she has this wonderful catchphrase of sharing the Lego love. I really like that catchphrase. Very well thought out, I think. We're actually this build isn't too big, so we're actually coming to the we're way beyond the midpoint at this point, so we're actually coming up at the end quite a lot faster than I would have thought. But yeah, I think I have an extra set that I might want to put together if we get this one done a bit too quickly. It's yeah, the setup for these live streams is a bit cumbersome still for me, because I have to move a lot of stuff around. So just doing this for 30 minutes or something like that would be just too little. So I think I have a polybag lying around that I can build as well. I would love to build that one. I think it's the perk, maybe the perk that came out some time ago. I believe it's from last year. No, maybe even the year before, but at least last year. So yeah, I think I'll do that after this, because this is gonna be done a little quicker than I thought. Oh, I really like it when they use Technics pins for wheels. These pins here for wheels, because they run very smoothly when they use those, and this one is no exception. Look at that. Look at this. Look at how well it goes. I mean, that's nice. That's really nice. So I really like that, and yeah. And here we go with the drill thing, the drill arm. Blogger UK says, I was surprised and delighted to get an unexpected shout out from Small Brick City the other day. Got a few new subs from that. Yeah, that's true. I actually saw that, Cass. It was a great video, and very nice to get a shout out like that. Small Brick City is a good, cool channel. He does a lot of work where he is making a lot of tutorials on how to build different kinds of stuff for your Lego city, especially if you don't have a lot of room. He has a lot of great advice for that, and I can only say that I've of course taken a few pieces of advice from him myself, because I have a small Lego city, that is for sure. But speaking of tutorials, I presented my first quote-unquote tutorial this week, and I hope you guys liked it. I have never done such a thing before, so I didn't know if it would actually work. It does seem, I think, that people have enjoyed it to some extent, and I'm already considering what to do next tutorial-wise, if I should do anything like that again. I am definitely gonna tinker a bit with the format, that's for sure. Not that I didn't like the format per se, but there are a few things I would like to just sorry, I'm putting on a sticker. I would just try to adjust just a tiny bit, because at some point I think the pace might have gone out of that video just a tiny bit, and I don't like that at all. So yeah, so we are building the little crane thing, drill thing, carrier thing. And yeah, but if you guys have any kind of ideas for tutorials, or something you would like me to see me discuss or hear my thoughts on, I'd love to hear it, because you know, it's not always easy to come up with themes or topics for yourself. So any kind of ideas or help would be much appreciated, that is for sure. Blocky UK says, yes, I enjoyed your tutorial. More, please. Yeah, well, I'll do my very best. Tayson Harris says, JC, and he means Small Brick City, has been growing subs really quick. Yeah, that is true. I believe he has also put up a video or two on how to grow your channel. And I believe the advice he is talking about in that one is pretty much what he's done himself. So you can check that out on his channel, and you can get some great advice on how to grow your Lego channel. I believe having a web page, a real website for your Lego channel is a help. But other than that, I think there's a lot to be done in platform, and I think JC talks a lot about that in that video too, so you can definitely check that out if you want to. Is this going to be? Yes, it is going to be. So like this. Blockhead UK says, I have a couple of ideas for my college tutorials I need to film, but haven't had the time yet. Yeah, that's the thing about tutorials. They do often take a little longer than your normal videos, I think. But I think it's okay. I think it doesn't matter too much, because it's usually pretty interesting to watch and see what people think about different stuff and what their ideas are. And Block UK says, yes, Tayshawn, the hidden side sets looks really interesting, not for the AR but for the sets themselves, and I tend to agree. I'm not sure I will ever get into the AR side of that, but I will have a long firm look at those sets once I can see them in real life, because they do look very interesting, and I think some of them might be worth getting. That's for sure. That is for sure. Oops, there we go. But that was the news of last week, if I'm not mistaken. The hidden side sets were announced last week. We actually talked about them on my last live stream just a tiny bit. There we go. This didn't go as well as I could have hoped for. It's actually... Oh no. That's better. It's much better. Yeah, alright. Stickers. All them stickers. Hey, Lasse Eriksson and Robin Hall, both of you, welcome, my friend. My friends, I hope you're doing great and that you are having a wonderful Friday, and that this Friday might be a wonderful start to your weekend. We are building the 10... Sorry, I just have to... There we go. The 6185 power mining power splitter, I believe the name is. And I'm just about to finish it. And that means I'll be digging out a poly bag just to have a little more time with you guys, because this is actually pretty cozy. I have a poly bag, the perk with the little fire hydrant that came out, I think it was last year, and I have had it lying around for all that time, and now I think is the time to dig it out and build it, because yeah, it took a little shorter, a little less time than I would have actually thought it would. So there we go. Right here. Yeah. There we go. Stickers are on the crane drill arm. Gay says, yes, I want the HS diner, the hidden side diner. The hidden side diner does look very interesting. I actually think it might look even more interesting than the creator expert diner. Not because the creator expert diner isn't good, it's very good, but just because it looks, it has a more distinctive diner look in my eyes, at least. So that's yeah, that's pretty cool. There are great sets coming up, that's for sure. Julian Brick City says, but the train from Hidden Side is €90, and in comparison to the €80 Hogwarts Express, it has less parts and minifigs and no license fees. I think, I don't know this for sure, but I think I've heard somebody say something about that Lego has a new pricing policy that they're starting to use. So I think maybe we'll see, and that's why it seems to be more expensive than earlier sets. But I'm not 100% sure about that. That might just be something I've heard with no that had no real backup as such. Oops, there we go. The mining drill apparatus is now almost operational. I think we need to install the small rubber band that makes it an actual power drill. Yeah, there we go. The elastics are right here. Whoops. I fear the day that these rubber bands start to go bad. They start to go, what do you call that, porous? They start to sort of crack and go out of shape, and eventually they'll die off. But here we have the function like this. Doing, 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 doing. There we go. A working drill, and dip and dip. These two small handles going in here for controls. It's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And we need to put this one on the front. And I think we are done with this one. I'll be finding the perk in just a second. But first, I think we know who needs to get the inaugural ride in this one. It's of course not the mining guy. It's of course the Fig of Brick Bakery. It's right here, and he's ready to go. Lady Brick Skater, hello, and God of Bricks and Rogue Transformations, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this little stream. We've just finished the first build of today's stream. I have decided to build another thing. I'll just get it. It will take just 2 seconds. I know right where it is, so that shouldn't be a problem. Bam. There it is. There it is. Robin Hall says, Brick Bakery, better dial 999. In Denmark, it's actually 112. But I know what you mean. It's the number for the emergent services. Now I'll be changing my build to the perk, the little perk that came out last year, the 542. It's just I think it went too fast. We've only been going for about 30-40 minutes. We usually go for at least an hour, and I think this will help us a bit. It's nice to have these lying around. Yes, it's the perk, the little perk. Galgate says, "Oh my, no scissors, Jacob." What? No. Oh, you mean with the bag? No, that's for a rib open. The poly bags. If I were to keep the bag, I wouldn't open it at all. So yeah, if I open them up, I'll just rip them open. Just rip them open. Yeah, it's a very cute perk. I don't think I've ever built any of these creator sets that looks like this before, so I'm really looking forward to this. I'll just move this a bit so you can have a bit of a better view of what's going on. I think this is probably better right here. Brick Bakery meets Brick Perk. Yeah, that's true, Tayshawn. That's actually pretty true. Yeah, brick. The word brick is a popular word in YouTube channel names. I've come to learn. That's of course very obvious. Why? Because you can use that with no problem, and it goes together well with a lot of things. And there should be another one of those, shouldn't there? No, there shouldn't. It's just me thinking in symmetrics right away, and I shouldn't really think in symmetrics because that doesn't really, it's not certain that there will be symmetry, is it? So yeah, boop and a boop. Now, one of the reasons why I haven't built a lot of these is that I tend to favor things that more readily fit into a Lego city. But as Blockhead UK is suggesting now, the puck can be a huge mutant monster dog to roam about your city, terrorizing the misfits. Ah, yes, that would be a fitting purpose for this little perk here. And I was just about to say, I haven't built a lot of these creatures or stuff like this because they don't fit my ideas for a Lego city. But a monster dog might be a fitting creature to have roaming around my city. I think maybe I shall try it out. I'm not sure I leave it in, but I will try it out at after this stream just to see how everything looks. There we go. We are building the body of the small perk, and I actually think it's looking kind of cute already. It's actually looking kind of cute already. Rogue Transformation says, yes, remind me of the cute dew bag I got recently in the same style. Dew bag, and I see Rogue Transformation just say, sorry for the bad spelling. My phone, I'm on my phone while on holiday. Yes, I can see that. A dew bag, I'm not sure. Do you mean polybag? I'm not sure. Please inform me. The Lego room. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Yes, you did make it. We are into the second build of the night. We started out with this little mining drill thing here, the power mining splitter, which is very cool. I like this. And I've just moved on to build the perk that came out last year, which is a set I've had lying around, just wanting to build it now because I thought that the stream was a little too short maybe, and yeah, I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. So yeah, that's why we are still going. I'm very happy to see you, very happy to see you all, of course, but it's great to have you with us, Mark. Like the goodies giant. Don't know what that is. Block UK says, or perhaps you can put it on a plinth to make a sculpture for the park. Now that might be a good idea. Would be a very creative, very creative little sculpture for the park, and at least it would be very different than from what we normally see. But I'm not going to reject that idea because it does sound like a good one. Maybe I'll do that. It does put some it does mean that I'll have to scale the park accordingly. It does have to have room for this little perk. Now this is the perk buddy. So yeah, that means we are going to move on to the perk head. The perk head. Perk head. Lasse Eriksson says, you know, a minifig pack I would love for LEGO to produce. The Goonies, that would be so cool. Yeah, that's true. A Goonies pack. Wasn't there somebody who actually did that in a mod somewhere, or am I just imagining something? I might just be imagining something or hoping for something, but I think I've seen somebody somewhere doing a modification of something and turn it into the Goonies, but I don't know. But the Goonies is a classic movie from the 80s, or is it early 90s? I'm actually not sure about that, but it's a Steven Spielberg movie, if I'm not mistaken, and it's a wonderful adventure movie that has all the Indiana Jones flavor to it, but is with children instead. It's a bit like Stranger Things without all the supernatural horror elements. It's more adventure-y than that. So if you haven't seen the Goonies, you should definitely check it out. But I am doing something wrong here. No, I'm not. I'm doing something right here. That's good. Finally doing something right. All right, need to put these two together. Rogue Transformation says, sorry Jacob, I meant the Lego 75 228 Star Wars Escape Pod versus Dewback Microfighter set. Ah, yes, okay, I get it now. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it could. These microfighters are very reminiscent of the polybags. That is for sure. That is for sure. Blockhead UK says. No, Robin Hall says Lego did BTTF Dimensions packs too. BTTF. BTTF. I don't know what BTTF is. BTTF. Oh, but anyway, Cass says the Goonies was a madcap TV show for the 1970s with lots of slapstick and monster rampaging outsized cats, much like the kitty from the Lego movie. Oh, okay. So it's just not. It's actually a TV show. Didn't know there was a TV show too. Interesting. So Spielberg actually just made a film based on a TV show. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Oh, all right, we're putting in the eyes, and of course it needs to be googly eyes. It can't be the straight up. It has to be the crazy dog eyes like this. Oh yeah, sure, Robin Hall. Back to the Future, of course. Sorry. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I do remember those from the Dimension series. They actually did a lot of great stuff from the Dimension for the Dimension computer games. Sadly, it was often just a single minifig and a very small build. I think the Ghostbusters, and that's the new Ghostbusters movie, got a pretty sizable set, if I'm not mistaken. And here we got the finished Purg with his face looking smirk, the smirk Purg. And he is doing the whole peace dance, which is depicted on the front of the package. So we are now building the small fire hydrant that goes with the Purg. Yep, here we go. And that means, my friends, we are very, very fast coming to an end of tonight's live stream. I really enjoyed having you along this evening. For me it's evening. I don't know what time it is for you specifically, but for me it's evening. It's actually pushing to be 11 o'clock this evening, but it was very great to have you all here. And please check in on Monday, where there will be another video with a mock. Yes, I am presenting a mock Some of you might have seen it in one of my city updates because it is the Lego Cafe that you might have just glimpsed in my video, my last city update, and there will soon be another city update too. I don't know when precisely, but I'm hoping in 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, but then it should be up. And yeah, and if you can't get enough of Brick Bakery, be sure to check out my Twitter, my Instagram, and you can even find me on Facebook. And there'll be another video on Wednesday, and I hope to be back live streaming on next Friday. So that is all for tonight, ladies and jelly spoons. I hope you've had a wonderful Friday, and then that you will continue to have a wonderful Friday, and that you will have a wonderful weekend. So that's all for me today. I hope you'll comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you guys next Monday.